Howdy, I'd like to give you a video tour of the cat enclosure that I recently built for my cat Booger. He's always been an indoor cat only. I wouldn't let him out on his own whatsoever. Would give him walks every day, maybe 20 minutes, but I didn't feel like he was getting the necessary independence and outdoor time that a cat needs, so I decided to build him this enclosure that you see here, so that he could stay outside on his own safely. First things first, it's a 8 by 12 by 8 foot enclosure, and it's built around this tree that you see here. That's actually the main feature of the enclosure. Most of the enclosures that I saw online had dead logs that the builders would bring in, or they would build an outdoor cat condo for the cats to climb on. But I really wanted to build it around a live tree, so you have plenty of branches to climb around, and you would have a real taste of nature. Now I'll show you exactly how I went about doing this in just a moment, but let's start out with the general structure itself. It's made out of 2 by 2 by 8 foot pieces, as you can see here. It's enclosed by hardware cloth. We used 25 foot by 4 foot pieces. Just unrolled them and affixed them using washers and wood screws, and in between that we used just little staples every so often. Now you're probably most interested in seeing exactly how we enclose the tree in such a way that he can't get out, so let me take you inside and show you. Just got a standard latch for him, keeps the door closed. Now here is an example of how we enclosed each branch. We used 2 by 2 pieces, and the furring strips that we used, they're 1 by 3 by 8 furring strips, and using these materials we were able to cut each furring strip to fit around each branch. I'll show you a few more angles here. See, we just cut each one to fit, so there's no place that he can even come close to escaping, yet he's got access to all these branches. If I just go right through here, see another angle, one from this side. Now some of the cuts that you might see here, I just want to note, none of them were made for this enclosure. We didn't make any cuts to the tree for this enclosure. These were already made after the hurricane that rolled through here, Hurricane Ike, a few years back. But everything that was left of the tree, we just enclosed. There's another good angle right there. We just nailed the furring strips after we cut each one to fit straight into the 2 by 2. Now, if there are any arborists watching this, they're probably abhorred that I nailed the 2 by 2s directly into the tree, but I think the tree will be alright. Now, you can see here that this enclosure has plenty of shade, so it won't get too excessively hot. But there is, at certain times in the day, plenty of sunlight, so if Booger wants to lay down in the sunlight for a little while, he has that option. You can see right over here, we just built a sandbox for him out of cedar fence boards. That's his bathroom. You can also see that we haven't done the last step, which is to plant some grass in here. We're probably going to grow some wheatgrass or oatgrass in here, or failing that, we'll get some St. Augustine, one of the varieties that grows well in the shade, since it is very shady in here. That's coming soon, within the week. That'll finish it out completely. You can see here that we have some catnip for him. Just got that. Not fully grown yet, but it's getting there. He also has a water feature in here for him to drink from. The reason I put this in here is because he loves to drink running water. Every time I go to the bathroom, he hops up on the counter, stares at me, waiting for me to turn on the faucet so that he can drink from it. So I figured this would be a perfect little watering bowl for him. So the last thing to note about the enclosure itself is that right over here we have a chicken coop. Now in that chicken coop is chicken feed for the chickens. They're free range, so they're not in there right now. They are at night. Wild birds like to go in there and eat the food, but they can carry parasites that are no good for the chickens. So what we've started doing is throwing some chicken feed out here on the ground so that they don't go in there. So now wild birds, many wild birds, will come right outside the cage and eat that chicken feed. So Booger gets to sit right up here on this branch and stare at the birds. Sometimes I'll come out here and there'll be 10 birds, and he'll be sitting there looking at them and meowing at them softly. Every now and then even a squirrel will come down here and grab some chicken feed. So he does get lots of excitement, which I'm glad about. You can see the enclosure for the door. Couple last shots. Now let's go back outside. We can lock the enclosure. Leave him in there, and he can have some fun. Now he's not in there right now because he was in there for 4 hours before I decided to take the video. So when I came out here to take it, he was ready to go in. So he's not in there right now, but he sure does love it. Thanks for watching.